Hi all, in this video we'll do a couple quick examples of dice and cards and calculating their probabilities. So first example is we'll say that we roll one dice and we want to know how likely are we to get a 1 or a 4. So one way to do this is say that the probability of getting a 1 is going to be, there's only one side on the dice that has a 1, and there's 6 sides. And the probability of getting 4, there's only one side with 4, and there are 6 sides. So what we can do is we can add these up. So 1 or 4 is equal to P of 1 plus P4 equals 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6. That's equal to a third. So that's one way to calculate this. The other way is if we wanted to figure out directly 1 or 4, we could say that there's one side that has a 1 plus one side that has a 4. There's 6 sides in total, so this is 2 over 6 or 1 over 3. The same idea of these are the MA given ways to get something, and this is the total M. Another example is if we throw 2 dice at the same time, and we want to know what the odds of getting a 1 on the first dice. And a 4 on the second. So as we already saw, the probability of getting 1 is just 1 over 6. The probability of getting 4 is equal to 1 over 6 as well. So we want to, since these two events are independent, so what number we get on one dice is independent of the other, but we want to have these be conditional. We'll get the probability conditioned on there being 1 and finding a 4. That's going to be the multiplication of these two. So P of 1 given 4. So we have 1 over 6 times 1 over 6, and there is a 1 in 36 chance of this happening. The last thing is we have 2 decks of cards. And we want to know how likely are we if we pull a card from each deck. So we're going to take 2 cards, but only 1 card from each deck. What's the probability of finding 1 or more queens in our hand? So what we can do is we can calculate the probability of finding a queen from the first deck. So there are 4 queens. There's 52 cards, so that ends up with 1 over 13. Probability of getting a queen from the second deck is equal to 4 over 52. Again, 4 queens in the second deck, 52 cards in the second deck, and that gives us 1 over 13. And we can also calculate the probability that when we take, this was the probability of there being a queen pulled from the first deck. This is the probability of a queen being pulled from the second deck. The probability that we pull a queen from both decks at the same time, deck 1, deck 2, is going to be equal to the multiplication of these two. So that gives us 1 over 169. Now, to figure out the probability of getting 1 or more, we add the first one to the second one. That's QD2. And we subtract the probability of getting queens from both decks. The reason why is because if we don't, then we're double counting. So I've already taken into account. So this is getting a queen at all, this is getting a queen at all, and this is getting queens for both of them. So the probability of getting 1 or more is going to be equal to 1 over 13 plus 1 over 13 minus 1 over 169. That equals to 25 over 169. Thank you very much.